Hi guys, I just wanted to um, quickly respond to Aaron on Twitter because I'm not able to type that much. So I posted a video about basically how in the future are we going to charge uh, electric cars, and what Aaron noticed is that he would rather stick with gas powered, and if they make electric cars mandatory, we're probably gonna be screwed. um I said I don't agree, but you can always buy a hydrogen car as an alternative. um and he says um that he thinks that it's gonna take quite a while to charge, and there will be lines for miles of people who are going to be waiting basically for charging the vehicles. Um, yeah, I mean, waiting for the others to finish charging so they can plug in. Um, and he's saying that the charging stations will run on fossil fuels, and also batteries that aren't even recyclable. His general opinion is that it sounds like a scam. I'll be addressing each point. So when he says he would rather stick with gas powered, I obviously respect other people, other people's opinions, and I recognize that some people would not be comfortable with switching up to electric car, at least in the beginning. But as an owner of electric car, I would say that um, my experience, even with a very low capacity battery car which I bought, it's a 25 kilowatt battery, which is basically probably the worst um, choice you could do at the moment. I'm still able, even a bit hard, to move about and um, you know find solutions to charging the car and so on and so on. First of all, I would say it's really economic to drive an electric car, and second of all, um, the grid keeps expanding rapidly. You can charge at home using the provided lead from the car supplier, and you can basically charge the car overnight at home. And soon, for example, in the UK, it's going to be illegal to build a home without the home having a charging station. So that's gonna solve partially the problem with the charging thing. And also, I've been charging my car on various places. For temporarily, you can always find a way, like buying an extension lead, asking if you could charge at work, etc., etc. But there is ways. There are ways. I mean, to go around it. And even if you need to wait sometimes on the highway, because at the moment the grid is not that developed. Unless it's a rush hour, it's not that bad. Usually you don't need to wait. And I'm seeing more and more charging points popping up left and right. And obviously, the more the demand goes up, the more people are going to be willing to invest into the grid. Me myself, I'm considering into it, and I'm doing some research. So basically, if I see a lot of demand but not enough charging stations, I'm ready and willing to invest my own money into helping to for the charging grid to be built. And keep in mind that almost every single manufacturer of a normal car is transitioning slowly to hybrids and then to completely um, electrify the cars. So they will sell only electric cars, and they will be pouring loads of money as well into the grid. So I don't think so we'll have any problem. Most of the um, shops, food chain shops, uh, they will start building up stations as well, where you could charge a car. On a rapid charger, it takes up to 40 minutes um, to charge like a normal sized battery, which is not too bad. And usually when you travel anyway, you stop uh, quite often to make some breaks and stuff like that. And when you have a decent size battery, uh, you won't need to stop that often anyway, because of the huge capacity of the battery. It would be very rare that you need to stop for more than half an hour to just carry on with the trip. Also, I think the technology uh, is drastically improving, so we have an exponential growth in the capacity, efficiency, etc., of the batteries and vehicles. Um, so it would take less and less time to charge your car, and also Elon Musk is going to be introducing, if he hasn't done already so, a million-mile battery, as far as I know. So more and more, the problem of recycling the battery is not going to be that bad, because obviously to do 1,000 miles, a million miles on a battery, it's going to take quite some time for a normal owner of a car who is doing like 10-15,000 miles per year. It's going to take quite a lot of years to reach that. So we'll have to worry about the pollution later on, and by that time I'm pretty confident that they're going to be able to the car manufacturers to solve the problem and make the batteries recyclable in some way, shape, or form. And also he says most of the electricity is being generated by fossil fuels, which kind of makes the electric cars um, you know as bad as a petrol car, which I kind of agree. But for example, in areas where there is so many cars um, and people, I would rather say it's a lot better to the cars to be electric, and then the air is going to be clean, and you can produce the electricity in a distant area where there is not so many people, so you're not going to be breathing directly the air which gets polluted by fossil fuels to produce that electricity on one side. So that's a huge benefit. And on the other side, as I said, the technologies are basically improving rapidly, exponentially. So very soon we are going to see bigger and bigger amount of electricity being produced by green type of sources instead of fossil fuels, and more investments, government and private, are being put as we speak every day exponentially with an exponential growth into the sector. So sooner rather than later we'll have that problem solved as well. So basically the energy is going to be delivered by green sources instead of fossil fuels as time progresses. And I think that wraps up most of the issues mentioned. And I'm gonna leave it at this, and I'm gonna wrap up the video there, and I'll do another one if needed, but that's pretty much my take on it. And obviously I'm not a native English speaker, and I had a busy day, so I was not able to do the best quality I wanted to, but at least for a start it's a good starting point, I think, for anyone who is considering of switching to electric car. And by the way, the feeling, even with a like 2012 Leaf behind the wheel, is very different from a petrol car. The power is so instant. I'm basically loving it. It's a very nice feeling behind the wheel, and you get used to it. You get used to the part where you need to calculate your charging stops and stuff like that. And there is quite a lot of apps, and it shows on the dashboard how many miles you can drive before you need to charge up again. So it's not that bad. You can get used to it. I haven't yet had yet to call recovery, and I've been driving the car for at least 3-4 months now, maybe more, and I've done over 3,000 miles on it. Yeah, so you can get used to it, and once you do, you would probably never want to go back to a normal car. And the noise is so low. It's so nice compared to internal combustion engine. It's very nice, and you get used to it, to the quiet environment inside of the car, and you don't want to switch back to a combustion engine car. I promise you that. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I'll be probably making another video in the future if I had some time available. See you next time. Bye.